Good. Low network connection. There we go. So I did not have time to do my makeup before I left my house. Well, I could have, but I would have been late. And so I thought, well, what better opportunity than to do a Savvy Minerals tutorial. So if you are not familiar, Savvy Minerals is Young Living's toxin-free, talc-free, completely clean mineral makeup, which I absolutely love. Oh, good. Now the air conditioner turns on. Always happens that way, right? So I have never been a big makeup person, but because this is my business, I thought I should probably know what this makeup is about and use it so that I can give testimony to people. And then I thought, oh wow, this is what good makeup is like, because it's amazing. So if you have never used good makeup and you use cheap stuff, stop, because you're putting stuff on your face that is not good. And secondly, it's like heaven. It's like wearing heaven on your face. It feels so good. So I'm going to show you what I use. I use the foundation, which my color is warm number 2. And if you need help deciding what color you are, totally can help you do that. And also Young Living's really great about returning if you get a color and decide that it's not yours. So I also know some people, if they tan a lot in the summer and then they don't in the winter, they a lot of times can combine 2 colors together. Warm 3 is a little bit more orangey, so if you really hold a strong tan in the summer, you could get that and then add a little bit of the warm 2 to kind of tone it down. But we've got all the way from cool colors to really dark colors. So depending on your ethnicity and stuff like that, there's across the board colors that work. So one thing that I had to learn whenever doing makeup with this is you need water to bind it to your face. So some people do it where they spray their brush. Some people put a little bit of the makeup in the lid and then spray it. I prefer spraying my brush because it gives me a little bit more control. My sink did the honors for me this morning because I forgot it's automatic and I set my makeup in it and it drenched it. So my brush is wet. So I just go ahead and put it on my brush, you can see, and then start on my cheek and spread it in, and you can tell the difference. This side is a little splotchy and this side is starting to fill in. And one thing I will say that I had to get used to as well was as you apply it and as you rub it in, once it dries, you can see it could be a little bit streaky, and that just shows where you need to rub it in some more. So you just go back over it with your brushes. And speaking of brushes, I got the Savvy Minerals brushes because they were on special when they first came out, which was like $85. And because I'm a cheapo on, I'm really low maintenance, I was like, that's a lot for brushes. These brushes are unbelievable, like the softest brushes. And I went back, I couldn't find it one day, or Ember had hit it, and I went back one day to an old brush, and it legit, I'm not just exaggerating, it felt like I was using sandpaper to apply my makeup. It was ridiculous. So I highly, highly recommend these brushes. I don't clean mine nearly as often as I should, but I also don't wear a ton of makeup. So you can tell it just kind of evened out my skin there. And this is the foundation brush, by the way. Nice, oh, it's got some hair on it there. Nice round brush. So it's a little hard to see in this, but just evens out my skin tone. If I need extra, so I like have this red dot on the side of my nose. I get those when I'm pregnant. I don't know what they are, so if you do know, let me know. But I just rub my finger in the lid, and you can tell it works like a concealer, and it disappears. So if you have blemishes, I've also seen people who use primer or the even diaper rash cream. That sounds weird, but it is like a for what's the word? I'm like a contour. What's that called? Whenever you like put darker colors and lighter colors, whatever that's called, people have used the diaper rash cream or even the sunscreen to do that. So if you are better at makeup than me, that's what you could do. So next I do a bronzer. I'm not a big blush wearer, but I like bronzer because I usually have a pretty good, not concealer, I'm talking about whenever you do like the lines and the highlighting and stuff. I can't think of what the name is. Summer Loved is my bronzer that I like to use. Let me see if I can let you see the color here. It's just a nice shimmery contour, thank you. Contour on your face. Obviously that's not something I do. So once again, this is the blush brush. I use it for my bronzer, and I just do my cheeks. Oh good, my brush is really wet, so it's gonna look awesome. Woo! Yeah, I'm gonna have to spread that around. I do my cheeks, I do right down my nose and on my forehead just to give some highlights on my face. I'm probably gonna have to rub it in once I get done here with my mirror. Do your cheekbone there. Just a little bit of color, a little bit of highlight on the face. I do have one blush with me. Let's see, where did I put it? This one is Passionate, and you can see it's a darker color. Hopefully you can see that. If I do want a little bit of color, that's what I use. So there is my base. Nice little evened out base there. And then next, I fill in my brows. It's called a multitasker. So Young Living has different colors of multitasker. I have the original, but they have lighter colors. So if you're blonde, there is a lighter multitasker, and it's basically just like for anything. Hey! So it's for anything. I use the eyeliner brush, and you can see one side is slanted, the other side looks like that. And I just fill in my brows. You can tell it just makes them a little bit more solid. Also, my brows, I do not shape them this way. This is just how they've been shaped. You can look back at my pictures from like when I was in 6th grade. My eyebrows have always been shaped like this. It wasn't a result of the super skinny brows in the 2000s. It just is how my face works. So I like to fill in because you can see it's like really sparse right there. So multitasker is great for that. And this brush is great for that as well. It's hard to keep a straight line whenever I'm looking at my phone. So fill in my brows next. Not the most perfect job, but we're making it work. I also like to use my multitasker for if I wanted to do a smoky eye. So like you can tell if you did in your crease, it's a nice, also here's I know that this is like a makeup faux pas, but I use my fingers for my eyeshadow. I cannot find my eyeshadow brush because my daughters took it, and so I just use my fingers, and I realize I do have a blending brush, wherever it went. It's somewhere here here it is. I do have a blending brush, which I learned one time from somebody smarter than me that is to blend your eyeshadow. So I like to put it in the crease because it makes, I have really prominent eyelids on my eyes. And so this kind of makes my eyes look a little bit smaller to put some in the crease. Wow, I'm doing a really good job here. Okay, so next, my light colors that I really like, I like a little shimmer. So I use Residual, which is a pretty sparkly light color, and then one I just got is called Crushin', and it's like a pink sparkly. My color of shirt today is Coral. So what I like to do is the Residual on my brow line just to highlight my brows, and also because it's kind of like a built-in concealer. It hides, if you need to get your brows plucked, whatever. So I do that to highlight my brow line, and then I actually do it under my eyes because I'm a mom and I'm tired a lot. So that helps with your under eyes. And also, if you have really puffy under eyes, Cypress is a great oil to use because it takes away that puffiness. And then I also do right in the corner of my eyes because it brings up a bright, makes my eyes look bright. So that is that color, and then under it I will do the Crushing, which is the pinky color. So try not to do too bright, but once again, just a nice highlight. And then next I'm going to do my absolute favorite eyeshadow color. I also have the eyeshadow palette. I didn't bring it with me. One of the eyeshadow palettes And that's my favorite because I have hazel eyes. So if you have hazel eyes, you should do like a purple, green or purple color is really good. Navy, those types of colors are really good for hazel eyes because your eyes change color. So I love that palette because it's got a navy, it's got a purple, it's got a beige neutral color. But this is my absolute favorite color. It is called Diffused, I think. No, Determined, sorry. Determined. Diffused is a purple color. And it's just like a sparkly, darker color. You can see I like to put it over my eyelids, the main part of my eyelids, and it just makes for a pretty sparkly. I use this one a lot. I'm also about to get a kit I just found online that turns these, it's a lot to carry around sometimes, so it turns these powder cases of eyeshadow into a palette. And so you actually just combine the palette eyeshadow colors, or the eyeshadow colors with Art Toner. The Art line is our skincare line, and then it makes a paste, and you push that paste into an empty palette container, and then that makes it easier for traveling and makes it so like if your kid drops it on the floor, it's not going to go everywhere, which I've had happen, and it was a very sad day. So because I've gotten quite a few eyeshadows, I'm going to get a case that holds up to 12 and then mix my own and pat them in. So that will make it way easier to control my, I'm trying to get some more, control my eyeshadow use. So there's a hack for you. If you're interested in learning how to do that, I can teach on that too. So next thing what I do is use the Jet Setter eyeliner, which is just black. Sometimes I use the multitasker if I'm wearing like more brown shades. And I get my, there's also, I didn't mention this, but Young Living has a spray that is for the makeup. So if you don't want to just use water, I just use water because I don't mind, but the spray has like lavender in it, which is really good for your skin. And lavender also helps with your eyelashes. So I just spray my brush or dip it in water, and then I use the edge of it, pull back my eye. This is weird to do in my phone. And make a nice line. The thicker you put it on your brush, the easier it is to control the color on your eye. I do a little bit on the bottom, but you can see that fills in my lashes because I don't have really long lashes. I've got pretty stubby lashes. But if you have like eyelash extensions or whatever, you can just do a light line there. You can also play around with a cat eye or whatever. And some people have smaller eyelids, so you don't need that much eyeliner, but I like to put it on because it helps my lashes fill in. So then I just fill in so they look similar. There we go. And then the last thing that I do is I use our mascara. Now some people aren't as big of fans of the mascara because it can be a little bit clumpy, but a hack that you can do is add a drop of lavender straight into your mascara, and it makes it a little less clumpy. So this is just what I do. I pull it out, you can tell it's kind of clumpy there, and I just like get it along the side, and it takes away the clumps and makes it really easy to use. So once again, just applying the mascara. I do heavier on the top and kind of try to curl it up, and then just a light on the bottom. And then same thing with the other side, heavier on the top. I don't use a curling wand or anything like that. I'm sure it would help if I did to accentuate, oh good, this is what happens whenever you're not paying attention. To accentuate what little eyelashes that I do have. But also, if you add cedarwood and lavender to your mascara and apply it daily, it actually will help your lashes to grow. My friend Gina just made a video on luscious lashes, so if you're interested in that, I can send you the link. So there you go, there is the mascara. So I have a really simple makeup routine that I don't even do every day because I'm a mom and I am at home with my girls. But there's like a basic everyday wear. Say that I am gonna go out or something, I would add darker to my eyeshadow and a little bit more bronzer to my face or some blush. And then I would finish it off. I don't have any on hand with me, but I'd finish it off with the Young Living lip balm, which is really hydrating. I love the cinnamon, or this time of year in the holiday catalog, you can get the vanilla mint, which I think that wars have almost been started over hoarding vanilla mint because it's so good. And then I love, love, love our lipstick and lip gloss. I like the Journey lip gloss, which is like a gold shimmer. And then the lipstick that's my favorite, I can't remember the name of it, but it's like a really pretty kind of pinky neutral. But we have all the way across the board from really dark shades to bright pink and bright red and that kind of thing. So that is my basic Savvy Mineral tutorial. If you have any questions, please let me know. It is amazing makeup. I'll look the same tonight when I go to bed. It stays on really well, even through working out and working, rubbing your face, all that kind of thing. It just stays really well. And it's not gonna clog your pores. It's not going to hurt your skin. In my opinion, if you wanna be able to see for a long time in your life, maybe don't put toxic crap around your eyes. There's a thought. So if you want a clean mascara, clean eyeliner, all those sort of things, give me a message and I would love to help you get some in your life. As you get rid of stuff that isn't working or clogging your pores, replace it with something better. We also have a Savvy Mineral starter kit, and starter kits this month get free shipping, and I have a $20 voucher. So I think the Savvy Mineral starter kit is $145, and you get lavender, a foundation, blush, some lip gloss, 3 eyeshadows, and a brush, which is pretty, no, 2, either 1 or 2 brushes, I can't remember, I'll have to check. And you get the Young Living membership, so then you could get anything else at any time that you want. So that's a huge benefit if you're like, oils aren't quite my jam, but I really love makeup. That's a great way to get started. So glad I could show you the tutorial. Hope you have a great day.